Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in our Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection series. We, each month, have a great opportunity to sit down with some great staff from the Department of Ag Trade Consumer Protection. Michael, right here, this guy right here. We appreciate you. Welcome back.
Thrilled to be here. Thank you.
I'm still working on a new intro, so bear with me.
Sounded good.
Today we're talking about canceling subscriptions, and I laugh because we just talked about gym membership. So if you want to get out of that gym membership and cancel that, cancel in on that, we may want to throw that in there. But we're talking really about subscriptions and services. I mean, it still kind of works in there. Yeah. You're looking at a new year. You're trying to clean things up. I think the classic one right now that I hear about the most is I've signed up for 20 different TV, Amazon. No names, sorry, I shouldn't have used any names. But pick your poison, and you found out that you have 25 different things, and you're like, oh gosh, I got to get out of it. How?
Well, how? That's what we're here
and
to
go. And go.
Sit back and relax.
I'll see you in 6 minutes. Yeah.
All right. It is first understanding all of the subscriptions that you have. You're looking at, is there a particular area that you're trying to cancel? And everything is always, do I need all of this? Do I have too many? The streaming and the media is always going to be probably on the list because there's so many options for it. And so the first is really looking at, if you have all of those subscriptions, what are the terms and conditions, and what are your opportunities to cancel? And I think at that point you can start prioritizing. Some of them might be short term, some of them are long term, and that'll help you decide, all right, this is where I can, this is where I can't. Identifying those policies and really, but at the same time, what are the penalties? Maybe you don't use this one and it's longer term, but the cancellation fee is much less. So understanding what you're looking at first.
So backing up a little bit, when we're deciding to pick up any subscription of any sort, a long time ago, you're probably like, well, you just get magazine subscriptions. Maybe I don't do that anymore. Maybe it's streaming now. Maybe it's apps. I mean, a lot of people are buying apps like No Tomorrow. And once you buy it, it's just $10 a year. No big deal. Walk away. What are some things we should do on the front end before we get to the back end of even trying to cancel out of these things? And I'm suspecting there's got to be something here, and it comes out of the note from the other one, is read all the terms and conditions before you buy something, right?
Right. So a lot of times you're going to see these streaming platforms, especially, have a free trial. And we're going to be always incentivized to do that free trial. When you do that, that's where you really got to pay close attention of, all right, what am I signing up for? I have the free trial. Most of them will not automatically cancel. They're going to actually automatically, after 7 days or whatever the trial period is, flip over into a recurring charge and a fee. Most times they're monthly, but you want to pay attention to that. If you initially go in without that trial and subscribe, you really want to know how long are you subscribing for and how often you're going to be charged. Is it monthly? Is it weekly? Is it going to be every 6 months? And really, what are the payment structures for those? But what I think where we're getting right now in that initial sign up is certainly paying attention. But if you're going to do a trial, set a reminder for yourself. Set a reminder on your phone or on the calendar to say, oh, hey, you know what? And do it a day ahead of time. Don't do it on the day of the cancels, because what we may talk about here in a second is it might be harder than you think to cancel that. And so you want to give yourself a little bit of time to either handle the frustration you have or give it another go if you have problems.
Yeah, if you do call to cancel, you might just be routed around. And I feel like that's a common practice now. Well, I can't actually do this. I need to send you over to my so-and-so who's going to help you on. And you're like, oh my gosh. But sure. It could be used as a tactic to keep you.
Well, I think it could be. I can't say for certain that there is a focused effort to create frustration. That being said, these businesses are there to try and keep your business. They don't want to lose you as a customer. And so whether that tactic is to try and get you to the next level of sales, the next retention person, they're going to do so. What I'm sure we've all experienced is sometimes there's 4, 5, 6 levels of that retention, and where it's just going to get bounced around and you're going to get frustrated. What we encourage everyone is weather that storm. Know that that's going to happen. Recognize that there might be a better deal, and at some point there may be a deal that is worth keeping you on for, and it is something that you want. But just try and be patient and trying to continue to let them know, no, I want to cancel, no, I want to cancel, no, I want to cancel. Inevitably, you'll often get to that point where they will cancel.
And then just any canceling fees, should we be on the lookout for that? Because we're like, oh my gosh, they're going to charge me, $10. Is that legit type of thing? Or is that something like, nah, it's a threat more than a promise?
Oftentimes, there may be a cancellation fee for it, and this circles back to what we talked about in the beginning of making sure that you're reading those terms and conditions when you sign up, and so you know what's going on. If you don't believe that cancellation termination fee was correct, go back and look at your contract after you hang up that phone call. If you find that there isn't anything disclosed, that's where we can come in and help, and that's where we want you to reach out to us and file a complaint, and we'll help mediate that termination between you and the company.
If you're not sure, Michael, like you're like, I don't know, I don't want to waste Michael's time or the group, but you're like, I feel like it wasn't there. What are you going to need? What are they going to need to do the steps to file that complaint? But what are some of the things they're going to need? You're going to need. They need to provide you.
So first of all, when you file a complaint, and you can do so in a variety of ways, you can go to our website at datcp.wi.gov. There's an online complaint portal. I would encourage everyone to do there, and they have the opportunity to upload documents as well. And what we're going to want is we're going to certainly want a copy of that initial contract with those terms and conditions. If you're able to point out specifically for us, because it can be difficult for us to try and wade through 30, 40-page agreements. And then also, you're going to have to specifically let us know during this conversation or these chats or emails or texts or whatever you have, what penalty or cancellation fee they were going to charge you. And then kind of lead us to where that discrepancy is. And at that point, then we can start looking into what were their responsibilities to disclose up front and what maybe went sideways.
All right. Well, you have all the tactics you need out there. Again, one more time, Michael, if people want to learn more about this, stay up on any different possible consumer protection topics. You got a lot of stuff out on the website. And again, you're there to answer these questions. And if you're concerned or you're not sure, it's easy to ask.
Very easy to ask. If you go to our website at datcp.wi.gov, we have a resource section that has a variety of fact sheets, consumer guides, things to help you learn more about how to cancel subscriptions and whatnot. If you have more questions about a particular situation or need some help filing that complaint, you can call our hotline at 1-800-422-7128.
There is a no cancellation policy here at Fact TV with you coming in every month, so you are stuck with me from here until Timbuktu, and it's not in writing. But
I read the terms and conditions, and I saw that it was a lifetime membership. So
agreed. All right. Appreciate the time as always, Michael. We'll see you back here.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Month.